breakfast, Mr. Whiteside?
No, I don't think I want any breakfast. Tell me, has Miss Cutler come down yet?
No, sir, not yet.
Is she in her room? Do you know?
Yes, she is. Shall I call her?
No, thank you. That would be all right.
Yes, sir.
I'm taking the 1 o'clock train to Sherry. I'm leaving.
You're doing nothing of the kind.
Here are your keys. Driving license. The key to the safe deposit vault is in the apartment in New York. I'll go there now and clear things up.
Just a moment, Mrs. Simmons. Where were you last night until 3 o'clock this morning? I sat up after night in this station wagon worrying about you. You heard me calling you when you came in. Why didn't you answer me?
Well, Sherry, it's over and you won. I don't want to talk about it.
Come, Maggie dear, what are you trying to do? Make me feel like a naughty boy? Honestly, Maggie, sometimes you can be very annoying.
You know, you're quite wonderful in a way, Sherry. You're annoyed. I wish there was a laugh left in me. Shall I tell you something, Sherry? I think you are a selfish, petty egomaniac who would see his mother burned at the stake if that was the only way he could light his cigarette. I think you'd sacrifice your best friend without a moment's hesitation if you disturbed the sacred routine of your self-centered, paltry little life. I think you're incapable of any human emotion that goes up higher than your stomach, and I was the fool of the world for ever thinking I could trust you.
Well, as long as I live, I shall never do anyone a good turn again. I won't ask you to apologize, Maggie, because in 6 months from now, you will be thanking me instead of berating me.
6 months here, I expect to be so far away from you that...
Hello. Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. I know I'm a little tipsy, but I can explain everything. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Mr. Whiteside. Shake hands with a successful playwright. Ow. Maggie, where were you last night? Where did you go? I read Lorraine Sheldon's play, and she thinks it's wonderful. I read her play, and she thinks it's wonderful. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, that's fine, Bert.
Isn't that wonderful, Mr. Whiteside?
Jefferson, I think you ought to go home, don't you?
What? No! Biggest day of my life. I know I'm drunk, but I can explain everything. We've been sitting over at Billy's Tavern all night. Never realized it was daylight until it was daylight. Listen, Maggie, Lorraine thinks the play with just a little bit of fixing can be done in 3 weeks. She's gonna take me to this place she got in Lake Placid. Just for 3 weeks, gonna work on the play together. Isn't that wonderful? Maggie, why don't you say anything?
But I suggest you tell us all about this later. Now, why don't you...
Oh, excuse me. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas.
God bless all and Tiny Tim.
Yes. Mr. Whiteside, I thought...
No, the famous actress Lorraine Sheldon. Well, she, me, and her are going to Lake Placid for 3 weeks. Isn't that wonderful?
Dr. Bradley, I think Mr. Jefferson would like some black coffee and a little breakfast. Would you take care of him, please?
Yes, of course.
No, Doctor, I'm gonna buy breakfast for you. The biggest breakfast you've ever seen.
Yes.
You know what, Doctor? Let's climb down a couple of chimneys. I got this friend who doesn't believe in Santa Claus. Let's go climb down a couple of chimneys and scare the hell out of him.
Now, Maggie, I am willing to forgive your tawdry outburst and talk about this calmly.
I love him so terribly. Oh, Sherry, why did you do it? Why did you do it? Merry Christmas, Mr. Whiteside.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Miss Stanley.
I'm afraid I shouldn't be seen talking to you. My brother is terribly angry, but I just couldn't resist asking. Did you like my Christmas present?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Miss Stanley. I haven't had a chance to open it yet. I haven't had a chance to open any of my Christmas presents.
Dear, I was just so anxious. It's right here. Won't you open it now?
I appreciate your thinking of me, Miss Stanley. This is very thoughtful of you. Oh, why, it's lovely. I'm quite fond of these old photographs. But thank you, Miss Stanley. This means a lot to me.
I was 22 when that was taken. That was my favorite dress. Do you really like it?
I do indeed. You know what? I think when I get back to town, I shall send you a little gift.
Will you? Oh, thank you, Mr. Whiteside. I shall treasure it. Well, I shall be late for church. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Miss Stanley. What is there about that woman?
Sharon's got a little surprise for you, Mr. Whiteside. She's just taking it out of the oven.
Oh, thank you, Joanne. Miss Green,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
get the door, will you? Joanna's upstairs.
Who is it?
All the others.
What the heck?
Daniel! For God's sake! Daniel!
It's on this package for me, please.
Mr. Whiteside!
Daniel, put that woman down. That is my nurse, you mental delinquent.
Come by my room in half an hour and bring some rye bread.
Really, Mr. Whiteside?
Whiteside, I'm here to spend Christmas with you. Give me a kiss.
Don't touch me, you reform school fugitive. How did you get here, anyhow?
Darryl Zanuck loaned me his reindeer. Whiteside, we finished shooting the feature yesterday. Flew here in 12 hours. Bar clear now to use. And I'm on my way to Nova Scotia. I brought you the most wonderful Christmas present. This brassiere was once worn by Hedy Lamarr.
Listen, you idiot. How long can you stay?
Just long enough to take a bath. On my way to Nova Scotia. Where's Maggie?
Nova Scotia? What on earth are you going to Nova Scotia for?
I'm sick of Hollywood and there's a dame in New York I do not want to see. So, I thought I'd go to Nova Scotia and get some smoked salmon. Well, where's Maggie? I want to talk to her. What the hell's the matter with you? Where is she?
Banjo, I'm glad you're here. I'm very annoyed at Maggie. Very!
Well, what happened?
Well, I've
What is this? I thought you couldn't walk.
Oh, I've been all right for weeks. That isn't the point. I'm furious at Maggie. You know how fond I am of her. After all these years, she's repaying my kindness by behaving like a fishwife.
What are you talking about?
I never believed for a moment she was really in love with him.
In love with who? I just got here, remember?
Great God, I'm telling you, you Hollywood nitwit! A young newspaper man here in town.
Maggie finally fell. What do you know? What kind of guy is he?
Now listen, okay?
Go on.
Well, Lorraine Sheldon happened to come out and visit me.
Old hot pants here.
Now listen.
Okay.
This young fellow, he'd written a play. You can guess the rest. She's taking him away with her this afternoon to rewrite. And he's now crying her eyes out.
Gee. Say, wait a minute. What do you mean Lorraine Sheldon just happened to show up here? I smell a rat, Sherry. Have with a beard.
All right. But I did it for Maggie. That would be the right thing for her.
Oh, sure. Because you haven't thought about yourself in years. Poor kid. Am I going to talk to her?
No, leave her alone.
What about this guy she likes? Where does he live? Can we get a hold of him?
Now, Banjo, I don't want any phony horns. Are you pretending to be J. Edgar Hoover? I've been through all that with you before. I got Lorraine out here. I got to get her out of here.
It's got to be good, Sherry. Lorraine's no dope. Now, there must be something that can get her out of here like a bat out of hell. Say, I think I've got it. That fellow she's so crazy about over in England, Lord Fanny, whatever. Bottom, Lord Bottom.
No, Banjo, no.
You don't understand. So we sent her a cablegram from Lord
I
Bottom.
catch on, Banjo. Lorraine caught on to it. It's been tried.
Oh. Told you she's no dope. Well, we got a tough proposition on your hands.
The trouble is that there's so damn little time. Get out of my chair. She's taking him away with her this afternoon to Lake Placid. Damn. There must be some way out. The trouble is, I've done this job too well. A hell of damnation!
Stuck, huh?
In the words of our greatest lyric poet, you said it.
Yeah. Gee, I'm hungry. Well, we'll think of something, Sherry. I'll get Lorraine out of here. I have to do it one piece at a time.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Whiteside. Excuse
never mind him, Sarah. He's quite mad.
Come, Petrushka, we shall dance. We shall dance in the snow.
Mr. Whiteside! Mr.
Oh,
Whiteside!
don't mind him, Sarah. He's harmless. Just give him some breakfast. And just what does this mean?
It means, Mr. Whiteside, that I am leaving. My address is on the desk. You can send me a check.
You do realize that this is completely unprofessional.
I do indeed. I am not only walking out on this case, Mr. Whiteside, but I'm leaving the nursing profession. I became a nurse because all my life, ever since I was a little girl, I had the idea of serving a suffering humanity. But after 1 month with you, Mr. Whiteside, I am going to work in a munitions factory. From now on, anything that I can do to help exterminate the human race will fill me with the greatest of pleasure. If Florence Nightingale had ever nursed you, Mr. Whiteside, she would have married Jack the Ripper instead of founding the Red Cross. Good day.
It's June! The 6 dailies come back with June! Thank goodness, thank goodness! June, thank God you're all right. You're not married, are you?
No, Mother, I'm not. Please don't be hysterical.
Oh, June, if it had been anyone but that awful boy, thank goodness you stopped it, Ernest. How did you do it?
Never mind that, Daisy. Just take June here upstairs. I have something to say to Mr. Whiteside.
What about Richard? Is there any news?
It's all under control, Daisy. Just take June upstairs.
Father, haven't we had enough melodrama? I don't have to be taken upstairs. I'll go upstairs. Merry Christmas, Mr. Whiteside. It looks bad for John L. Lewis. Come on, Mother. Walk me in my room.
Now, June, you'll feel much better after you've had a hot bath. I know. Have you had anything to eat?
I'm pleased to inform you, sir, that your plans with my daughter have seemed to go on a trifle awry. She is not, nor will she ever be married to that labor agitator that you so kindly picked out for her. And as for my son, he has been apprehended in Toledo and will be brought back here within the hour. Not having your gift for invective, sir, I cannot begin to tell you what I think of your obnoxious interference in my affairs, but I have arranged that you interfere no longer. Gentlemen, will you please step inside? Mr. Whiteside, these are deputy sheriffs. They have a warrant by which I am enabled to put you out of this house, and I need hardly add that it will be the greatest moment of my entire life. Mr. Whiteside, I'm going to give you 15 minutes in which to pack up and get out. If you're not gone within those 15 minutes, Mr. Whiteside, these men here will forcibly eject you. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Please step outside. 15 minutes, Mr. Whiteside, and that includes baggage, wheelchair, octopus, penguins, and cockroaches. I'm now going upstairs so that I can smash my radio, so that I don't accidentally hear your voice ever again.
Sure you don't want my autograph, old fellow?
15 minutes, Mr. Whiteside.
Say, can she cook? A plan. I didn't come up with one.
Ah,
So, any news from the front?
yes. The enemy is at my rear, nibbling.
And where'd you say Maggie was again? In there?
It's no use, Banjo. She's taking the 1 o'clock train out.
What? You didn't tell me that. You mean to tell me after all these years, she's really leaving you?
She is!
That means you have till 1 o'clock to do something about it.
No, Pancho, dear. It means I have exactly 14 minutes in which to pull out of my hat the goddamnedest rabbit you've ever seen.
What do you mean 15 minutes?
15 minutes, baby's rosy little body is being tossed into the snow. My host is sworn out of warrant. I am being kicked out.
What? I've never heard of such a thing. What would he do a thing like that for?
It doesn't matter, Pancho. The point is, I have exactly 15 minutes. Pancho, dear, the master is growing a little desperate.
What about laying your cards on the table with Lorraine?
Now, Pancho, you know train girl as well as I do. What do you think?
You're right.
Banjo, why don't you go and talk to Maggie for a few minutes? I want to think.
Say, if I knew where Lorraine was, I could get a car and run over her. It can't hurt her too badly.
Please, Banjo, I want to think.
Pardon me, is this the YMCA?
No, you idiot. Hello, Mr. Whiteside. I didn't get very far. Any suggestions?
I'm very sorry, Richard. Very sorry indeed. If I were in a position to...
Well, you're not in position, Mr. Whiteside. Thank you very much, officer. Please, will you take this little offering here for your troubles?
Thank you. Good day, sir.
Good day. Richard, will you please go upstairs? Upstairs, boy. 10 minutes and counting, Mr. Whiteside.